Louisiana beer reviews. Corona Extra Revisited. One of my viewers asked me to do a revisit of this from the bottle, so I said, okay, I'll do it. I think his name is Jose. I can't remember. Made in Mexico, La Cerveza Más Fina, the more fine beer, the better beer, higher quality beer, I guess it would translate. Brewed and bottled by Cervecería Modelo in Ciudad Mexico. This was introduced in 1925 in Mexico City, and it slowly became the most popular beer brand in Mexico. And it's hard to say. One website, and I'm talking about the Grupo Modelo websites, one of them says, and there's a bunch of their websites, one says that it's was started coming to the United States in 1976, but then the Crown Imports, who handles Corona in America, the USA, they're saying 1981. So there's a 5-year just. I'm putting it in a Budweiser glass because I don't have a Corona glass, so look at all that smoke. And they're both owned by Anheuser-Busch InBev. Anheuser-Busch InBev bought Anheuser-Busch in 2008, and they acquired 100% of Grupo Modelo in 2013. And Grupo Modelo is a big old brewing company down in Mexico. They also make the Victoria beer, the Modelo, the Negro Modelo, and a bunch of other ones that you won't even see in America. If you get on their website, you can see they even have some craft brands. No skunk. It's just like they say, water, barley malt, corn, and hops, and it smells like barley malt and corn. It's not too different really in the aroma from a Heineken, although Heineken doesn't use corn. This is 4.6% alcohol. Heineken's 5%. It's sold in cans, and there's now the can I bought a can also, is the style that was just replaced. They got some new cans they're coming out with, which are sort of like the old cans. They look like the old cans with the they're trying to make them look like the bottle really. Miller started that throwback can thing, and then everybody followed, or a lot of people followed. You might have seen the new Coors Light cans. Here's ours. Now, if you get on Beer Advocate, they're saying it's awful. It's an awful beer, like an F. And the bros are saying awful. Ray Beer's saying it's a 1 out of 100. To me, a 1 out of 100 would be totally undrinkable. So it's one of the lowest rated beers on the planet, but it's one of the best selling beers on the planet. It's the #1 imported beer in the United States, and it's the 5th selling beer of any brand in the United States. Only Miller Lite, Coors Light, Budweiser, and Bud Light are more popular than Corona Extra. So there's some problem there. If it was truly that bad, would it be that popular? People say, well, it's just marketing. It's marketing that makes it popular. Well, there's no doubt. The Grupo Modelo and now Anheuser-Busch InBev and Constellation brands in America, Crown Imports, they do a great job with Corona marketing. Okay, their marketing has always been exceptional. You notice those fantastic TV commercials they have, their slick marketing campaigns, their print ads, point of sale ads, all of that. That's everywhere, right? So it's quite impressive. But there's no way, I don't think, you could market a beer that was just horrible, tasted and smelled bad, had a horrible mouthfeel and a bad finish, and was unpalatable and terrible to drink. How could that sell? I think it is a pleasant flavor. It's mellow. It's, you know, you'll get corn, barley malt, There's some slight hop bitterness. It's easygoing and it's refreshing and it's pretty crisp. I started drinking this in 1996. I've never had a problem with it, but I was drinking it back when, when I didn't realize I wasn't supposed to like it. So I would always say, yeah, give me a Corona, and usually they put the lime in it. That was cool. I don't have a lime for this one, but then I guess it was around the early 2000s I started looking on Beer Advocate and Rate Beer, and they were like, this is horrible, and you'd read the comments, or I would read the comments, I'm like, what are they talking about? Okay, it's not super flavorful, it doesn't have a super high alcohol by volume content. If I drank the Founder's Russian Imperial Stout, I'm sure I would rate it higher, because that is a Russian Imperial Stout. It's a super gourmet beer. But on the other hand, I would not rate this low. It's an adjunct lager, American style lager. And almost all of those Mexican brands, well, really all of them, were started by German immigrants. But for the style adjunct lager or premium American premium lager, I think it's really good. You might get a skunked one. I just never run across it. It's not slimy or anything. It's $2.79 for that 24-ounce bottle. It's not super cheap. Corona's always been priced at kind of above premium level. I'm sure it doesn't cost them a whole lot to make. They claim they use fine ingredients. I don't know. I guess they do. But they put it at a upper level price point because they want it to have a certain cachet about it. Like you're not getting some budget cheap beer. That's sensible. You can also get it in the brown bottles if you get the Corona Familiar 32 ounce. It's the same. People will say it's a different beer. It's the same beer. It's just in a brown bottle. You can get the cans, and now since 2014 it's available on draft, so you can get that. I think the lowest I would give it is a B+, but I'm going to go ahead and give it an A-. I think it's in the excellent range. This is the 90th anniversary here, 2015, so for 90 years they've been doing it right, and InBev didn't want to acquire Grupo Modelo because they thought they were acquiring something bad. They wanted to acquire it because they knew it was going to be very profitable. So, Laissez-les Bon Temps Roulé, an excellent mass-produced lager beer, and I'm going to end this review by saying y'all come on down to sunny and warm southeastern Louisiana.